I always thought I was too smart to fall for a scam. I'd seen the documentaries, read the warning signs, and knew how to spot a fake account from a mile away. That's what made this so humiliating. It started with a simple notification. A celebrity I followed. Someone I absolutely admired. Liked my comment on one of their reels. I was shocked. I even screenshotted it and sent it to a few friends like, "Look who noticed me." A few hours later, I got a DM. It was their verified name with the same profile pic, same posts, and a blue checkmark emoji in the bio. Not a real verification badge, just a convincing emoji. It said, "Hey, I really appreciated your comment earlier. I love connecting with real fans. Mind if we chat a bit?" It felt surreal. I knew celebs don't usually reach out to fans like this, but maybe I caught their eye. Maybe I was one of the lucky few. We started talking in the DMs. It wasn't deep stuff, just casual talk at first. Favorite shows, music, daily stuff. They used emojis. Lots of them. It felt genuine enough to lower my guard. After a few days, the conversation shifted. They told me they had a private project they were working on, a charity for children affected by war. They said they didn't trust big corporations anymore and were funding this personally with help from a few trusted fans. That's when the request started. If you'd be open to supporting this with a small donation, it would mean the world to me, they said. Even $50 helps. At that point, I wasn't thinking like a logical person anymore. I was emotional. I wanted to feel close to this person I admired. I wanted to believe it was real. So I sent the money. Not a huge amount, but enough to sting. They thanked me, even sent me what looked like a certificate of appreciation. A week later, they asked again. This time, it was for $200. They said they were running short on time and really needed a boost to reach their goal. I hesitated, but the way they spoke, it made me feel guilty for even doubting them. Like I was letting them down. I sent it. A few days later, I noticed something strange. The real celebrity posted a story, something about scam accounts impersonating them and warning fans not to fall for messages. My heart dropped. I checked the profile I'd been talking to again. Suddenly, I saw it. The username had a small typo in it. One extra letter I hadn't noticed. The bio was now gone. The profile was no longer visible. I'd been blocked. My stomach turned. I felt dizzy. I clicked through all our old messages, but they were gone too. Deleted. Like none of it ever happened. I immediately checked my bank app and tried to report the transactions, but they had gone through as PayPal friends and family payments. No protection, no refunds. I called customer support anyway. They were sympathetic, but there was nothing they could do. I didn't even want to tell anyone at first. I was embarrassed. I thought people would laugh at me or say I deserved it for being naive. But when I started reading online, I saw hundreds of people had been tricked in exactly the same way. Same story, same setup, same emotional manipulation. It made me angry. I wasn't alone, but that didn't make it okay. What scared me most was how deep the scam went. The profile looked so real. The language they used felt human. They knew when to push, when to hold back, how to guilt trip me without making it obvious. They had this down to a science. They weren't just impersonating someone. I truly think they studied the celebrity's personality, speech patterns, even their cause-driven image. I reported the profile to Instagram, but it was already gone. Probably deleted and recreated under a new name the next day. I felt sick. I started to wonder if they had screenshots of our messages, if they were planning to use my name or info elsewhere. I changed all my passwords just to be safe, but the damage was done. The hardest part? It wasn't just the money. It was the emotional fallout. I felt betrayed, violated, stupid. I had to sit with the realization that someone took advantage of my admiration for a public figure to steal from me. They didn't just trick me, they used my trust as a weapon. That messes with your head. Since then, I've made it my mission to warn others. I tell people every chance I get, celebrities aren't sliding into your DMs for donations. Verified or not, you need to check every detail. Don't trust the blue emoji. Look at the username carefully. Think critically, even when you're excited. Especially then. I also learned to never send money to someone through methods that offer no protection. No friends and family transfers. No crypto. No prepaid cards. If someone says, "Trust me," while asking for money online, you can't. Trust needs more than a pretty profile picture and some familiar words. I never got my money back, but maybe I can help someone else keep theirs. Maybe if more of us speak up, we can take some of the power away from these scammers. That's the only justice we might get. That, and making sure fewer people end up in the same position I did. If you've experienced something similar, don't be ashamed. Scammers are skilled manipulators. You're not stupid. You're not alone. But your story could save someone else. And that's why I decided to share mine. If you found this story helpful or eye-opening, please consider sharing it with someone who might be at risk. The more people know about these scams, the harder it becomes for scammers to succeed. And if you've experienced something similar or want to share your story to help others, send it to us at the email in the description below. You might save someone from falling into the same trap. This is Scam Alert, where we expose the lies so you can stay safe. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more videos.